Good morning and welcome back to Lovin Dubai show. Happy last day of the week! Yay! And since tomorrow is going to be off, Dubai offers free parking for Prophet's birthday holiday on September 5th.
And Dubai is eliminating hidden food delivery fees.
And Chef Burak revealed he no longer has any legal or business ties in Dubai.
Dubai resident was moved by an Emirati's note after a hit and run.
And today we had a chance to sit down with Mutoti Dimitrov, the founder of RB Tech, and his AI creation, Robert, the robot that's making finance simple for everyone. And in today's rapid weather report, it's mostly sunny with temperatures ranging from 33 to 40 Celsius. By the way, I'm noticing a bit of a dip, okay? Yesterday, the maximum Celsius was 44.
Okay, not bad.
So it's been decreasing, okay?
I guess it's getting a little bit better.
It's September.
You're very hopeful that it's September.
It's autumn somewhere.
It's autumn somewhere. Yeah, we'll get to it eventually. And before we get into our main stories of the day, I wanted to briefly highlight there was a study that said 1 in 5 residents would love to make UAE their forever home.
Oh,
do you have anything to say? You're already mic'd.
I am already mic'd, but I have a lot to say. So I lived here my whole life. I grew up here. I had my education here. I was raised here, okay? I saw Dubai become what it is, basically. So I feel so attached to the UAE in general because I've lived in Ajman and I've lived in Sharjah and I lived in Dubai. So 3 cities, yes.
Nice.
So I saw the development of Metro. I saw the building of Dubai Mall. I saw the building of Burj Khalifa. So there's always a heart of me that would always love Dubai. And even when I visit back home, of course, like you feel at home there, you feel safe, but I miss it when I come here, when I come back after a holiday.
I get that
it feels, I don't know, I saw someone say somewhere that, leaving home to go back home is such a weird feeling. So this is how we feel, I think.
It's so true, I think, for most residents. I think they would say that too. Because I get that feeling as well. Like when I go back to Egypt, I always want to come back to Dubai as well.
Yeah.
I get there and I'm like, okay, this was fun, thank you.
You know what? Like 10 days max and I'm back, I can't.
Can't stay away for too long. And what do you think about retiring here?
I think this is a question that a lot of people have. And definitely, if that was an option, if that was the case, I would love to retire here. I would love to have a family here. I would love to grow up here. But I think maybe realistically speaking, it might be a bit difficult for you to retire here unless you have a family. But I think retirement, it's a different question, I think, now.
It is difficult, I think, because a lot of people were also saying that when we posted this on Lovin Dubai yesterday. They were like, I love Dubai, I want to make it my homeland. It's sad, obviously, that you can't get a citizenship, but you can get a golden visa depending on your status and depending on what you can do.
Yeah.
And there was this cute comment from an Emirati. He said, as an Emirati, I say anyone who decides to make the UAE part of their home are welcomed and loved. You are part of the UAE history and future as we are. I love that comment so much.
I love the community support. Like seeing the people, they really want to stay here. What about you?
Oh my gosh,
do you want to retire here? Do you want to live here? How do you feel?
I feel exactly the same way. I was born and raised here as well. And I did go to live in my home country for 2 years.
And you came back.
I felt so drawn to come back to the UAE. I fought tooth and nail to come back here. And when I finally did it, every time like I'm driving and I see the skyscrapers and all that stuff, I'm like, oh my God, I did it.
Yeah.
It's still such a moment that I always go like, I'm so appreciative of the fact that I was able to come back.
Yeah.
I'm always just drawn to come back. And I think the only reason I think that it's 1 in 5 residents and not 5 in 5 is only just because of the retirement thing. Some people were also saying it's just really hard to maintain retirement here.
Yeah,
if you don't have a job or an income, if you're able to make an income for yourself, a passive income, then you're not going to have much problem, hopefully. Yeah. But if you don't have an income as you're retiring, that's when it's going to get a little bit tricky.
And it's just right now, it's making me think about my parents. For example, I decided to make this place my home. I decided to have my family here. But what about my parents? Like, I don't want them to be away from me. I don't know what their plans are because they keep changing it every year, okay? They never settled on one plan. So that's up to them. But it's just, like I'm thinking about my parents. What's gonna happen to them?
Yeah. My dad was the same. He was like,
Yeah.
I want to retire here. And then he said, no, I want to retire in Turkey. And then he said, I want to retire, I don't know. He just kept changing his, I think Lebanon was one of them. And then he ended up settling in Egypt.
He went back to his home country.
Because that's just the reality of the situation.
That's the reality of the
sometimes.
situation. You get to go back to your country in the end of the day. But since it's Thursday and we're off tomorrow.
Oh, I'm so excited.
We're so excited for this, and I'm so excited for the long weekend. And Dubai is offering a free parking for Prophet's birthday holiday on September 5th. So Dubai residents are in for some good news this long weekend as the Roads and Transport Authority, RTA, 2025 in celebration of Prophet's birthday.
The only exceptions are multiple level parking facilities and Al Khail Gate parking, which is N365. With paid parking set to resume on Saturday, September 6th, so keep that in mind. The RTA also confirmed revised service timings for the holiday, with Dubai Metro and Tram running extended hours from 5 a.m. to 1 a.m. the following day, while public buses and marine transport will operate adjusted schedule.
So customer happiness centers will remain closed on September 5th except for smart centers at Mall, Deira, Al Barsha, Al Tawar and RTA's head office, which will continue operating round the clock. I am so happy for this long weekend. I'm also taking off on Monday, so I have a 4-day long weekend. I've been waiting for this. So my brother is visiting us. So it's filled with family bonding time.
You have a lot of stuff.
I have a lot of stuff. I have some catching up to do.
You know,
I haven't seen him in 2 years.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So that's a long time.
Yeah,
you know,
it's a long time.
What has he been up to? What have I been up to? You know.
Yeah, you need some time to catch up. You need the 4 days.
Yeah. When I sat down with him the first time, like the first question he asked me, "What are your updates?" And I'm just looking at him like, "What?
I don't know.
What are my updates?" That's the thing, like you progress in life, life goes on, okay, and you accomplish a lot, but when you get asked that question, your mind kind of goes blank.
You're just like, I don't remember.
Yeah, unless we always assume like the biggest news that we can reveal is maybe a new job or marriages, but there are little different things that you can, that about you, for example, learning a new instrument.
I know, yeah.
That's something big. That's something that's changing in your life. Maybe starting Pilates.
Yes.
That's a new routine.
That is a new routine that I'm doing. So this is
good news to share. So it's not always those really big, life-changing
news
that
honestly,
that
it's the little
updates.
things as well. It's the little things.
What are your plans this weekend, though?
Pilates.
Pilates?
That's
okay, that's nice. See?
That's all I've been doing. I've been trying so hard to protect my peace recently. So most of what I'm doing is literally just exercise after exercise after exercise. I have like flexibility training, including Pilates. So that's basically what I'm doing.
Do you feel more productive after it, or do you feel tired? Because I know some people say that they feel super exhausted after Pilates.
It makes me feel so good, though. I am exhausted.
Yeah.
Legs shaking and all. But
it's a good feeling.
It's a good feeling as well, yeah.
So Pilates, unwinding.
That's it.
Relaxing time, enjoying the long weekend, sleeping in, or waking up early?
No, definitely sleeping in. I need to sleep in. I'm so tired.
I want to make use of my day. I'm also dyeing my hair, so you'll see me with a new color.
Stay
Same color, actually.
Oh.
Same color.
We're just refreshing?
Refreshing.
But stay tuned for Muscles Refresh.
Next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Let's move on to our next story of the day.
Yeah, Dubai's eliminating hidden food delivery fees. So the Dubai Corporation for Consumer Protection and Fair Trade has just rolled out new rules for food delivery apps, and it's all about protecting customers from hidden fees. From now on, platforms have to show a clear breakdown of every cost before you check out. That's the food, the delivery service, service charges and taxes. No more sneaky add-ons after payment, and even terms like exclusive deals have to be used honestly.
So the guidelines also make sure subscription models are transparent and that restaurants aren't hit with hidden costs either. So the whole idea is to make the It's been a while. It's not like it's so super new.
Yeah.
But recently, my eyes started to catch those like little breakdowns of the charges, like service charge, delivery charge, and then I don't remember what.
There's also sometimes like a minimum order fee.
Oh yeah, minimum order. So if you have a small order, they break it down to you because
small order fee.
Yeah, and usually you don't know what those hidden fees are coming from. So for you to see how they're calculated, it just makes you, I think, have like a bit of ease of mind.
Yeah, and even when they write a service charge of like 2 dirhams, it might not mean so much, but they also have an informations button that when you click, it'll tell you exactly what it's used for in regards to the company or, you know, that you're ordering from. So they use it to like make upgrades and do that, blah, 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 you know. But at least they're being honest about it and they're telling you what each thing is for.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. So yeah, so now you won't have to be so worried when you're looking at the final breakdown.
Speaking of delivery apps and food apps, I think we have to thank the Talabat, Careem drivers, and all of those motorcycles
100%.
drivers for delivering our food in this extreme heat.
Oh yeah.
We can't last for 5 minutes outside, so honestly, hands on to them. Like, really, thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much.
I don't think we appreciate them, but there are little ways that we can try to show appreciation, maybe avoiding ordering at certain hours of day, or maybe giving the tips. They are tip options that we can give. Let's move on to our next story.
This was an interesting one, also somewhat food related, but basically Chef Burak Özdemir revealed he no longer has any legal or business ties in Dubai. So the chef shocked his fans with a video on his socials revealing that he no longer has any ties in Dubai. Now this comes as a surprise because there are 3 his comments with support and a lot of confusion.
So the first is that Burak opened in Dubai back in December 2020, and the chef himself was even spotted here, so preparing dishes and meeting celebrities. And for now, the restaurants remain part of the larger hospitality group behind the Susan Burak's brand. So Burak's personal chapter in Dubai seems to have come to close.
This was an interesting one when I saw it.
You know, he's kind of like a really famous chef, Burak, okay?
100%.
And he always films his videos, and those videos, they've always went viral from him. You remember how he used to cut those while smiling directly to the camera? They were always nice videos, but I felt like there was always drama circulating around this
there is
specific figure.
And there's more drama circulating around him now because people are speculating that there is family drama, licensing, ownership when it came to this exact story. People believe that a member of his family, seemed to take control of all the Dubai brands, even though now he's no longer, as Chef Burak himself, he's no longer associated. But obviously, these 3 restaurants, maybe there are more branches, but these restaurants are running with his image and his name.
With his name, exactly. That's the thing.
So people are just like, well, that's not nice. I don't like that.
Yeah, I think he brought his restaurant to light with all of the videos that he makes, and I think it was a smart plan to open restaurants with it. But a while back, I remember he had this really big issue that he made super public with his father specifically, and there were videos of him crying and looking upset, and I don't know, some people called it like a publicity stunt. Some people were like disappointed in him. Like, why would you bring your family issues to light, or especially on social media? Some people say that it must be kept private. And as well, he had a lot of support from the fans. More people tried to support him, more people tried to go to his restaurants, more people tried to shed light on the situation, but at the same time, we really don't know what's happening behind the scenes. So we don't know who's right and who's not right, or maybe it's just a normal acquiring this brand,
maybe someone just purchased it.
Maybe someone just purchased it. We don't know what's really happening, but it's just, whenever I see him, like, I love his videos with the cutting all the onions and the chicken and everything.
He chops really well.
He chops really well, and he's so smiley, but every time I see him, there's drama going on. I don't know. So best of luck to him.
It's so unfortunate, but best of luck to him. And let's move on.
Let's move on to our next story. This is a very heartwarming story. We shared it, I think, yesterday. Yes, and it came through our DM. So a Dubai resident was moved by an Emirati's note after a hit-and-run accident. So a Dubai resident was left deeply touched after an Emirati witness stepped in following a hit-and-run incident. The driver at fault had fled the scene without taking responsibility, but Abdul Rahman, an Emirati who witnessed everything, left behind a handwritten note.
The note didn't express just concern. It included the type of car, its plate number, and the exact time of the incident, ensuring the resident had everything needed to take action.
So speaking to Lovin Dubai, the resident said that the damage itself wasn't what stood out.
I love it.
Oh my God. Like, you know, what I loved about the story is that this person felt the obligation, like the person that witnessed the hit and run, felt like the sense of duty to leave that note because that person that hit the car just fled the scene.
Yeah.
And did not take responsibility. And when this happens, it makes it complicated for the person that was affected.
Exactly.
Yeah, having to take it to, I don't know, what are you going to do with the insurance? What are you going to do with
It's a
fixing?
complicated situation, I believe.
Yeah, are you going to pay it from your own pocket? What's going to happen to you? And this person like immediately thought, no, we're a community here. We support each other. We help each other out. And with 2025 being the year of community,
Yes.
this person saw a wrongdoing and immediately wrote it down. And I love that. It was super specific. You know, you have the plate number, you have the car type, you have everything.
You have everything you need if you need to report it. And we're not obviously sure what the car owner decided to do after that. But that's not what mattered to him. He was more touched that someone witnessed the hit and run and decided to help this person out. Obviously not knowing them or anything, but just doing what's right.
Basically doing what's right. And I think this is a very nice note that was shared. And it's always lovely to post such things. It's just to maybe inspire people to kind of do the same, or to teach people that hit or runs are never okay, and to always take accountability. Even if the person is not around you, just leave a note with your number and say, like, let's discuss this, or here's my number, I can send you the details. Just take responsibility, even if the person is not around you. It doesn't mean that because I hit this car, this person has to be there and I can share my contacts. What a coward to just leave the scene, but you were caught.
You were caught.
You were caught.
So before you think it's okay to flee the scene and you're not going to be held accountable, you don't know who's watching.
You don't know who's watching. God really protected this man, and
I like that.
Just makes it worse for the person that did the accident.
Yeah.
Really.
Now you just look really bad.
You look really bad, especially since this was shared.
Yeah, exactly.
So don't go anywhere, because we had the chance to sit down with Metodi and Robert, the AI robot, to talk about how AI is changing finances and why Dubai is leading this charge. So what is it like when humans and robots work together? So we had this chat with Robert, the AI himself, and Metodi, the founder of RB Labs.
Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today we're joined by Metodi Dimitrov, founder of RB Tech and the creator of Robert, the AI robot back in the studio who's making finance simple for everyone. Fresh from Tech Tuesday, Dubai Opera, Robert is exploring Dubai's tech scene, and today we're going to dive into why Dubai is the perfect place for AI, what sets Robert apart, and also this future for humans and robots. Is it scary? Is it not? We're not sure. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
How are you?
So, Metodi, why did you choose Dubai? Why do you think the city makes it the right place for robots to thrive?
It's it's this vision of the future that people here have, that the future is going to be better and that we should pursue it, that we should not be afraid of it. And that's why I think I want to bring the future right now.
Yeah, and like speaking of the future right now, the big elephant, the big robot in the room is Robert sitting right beside us. He's eerily lifelike. Like, congratulations to you and the team, first of all. Like, what you've done is phenomenal. And it's great to have him back here. What do people usually think when they first meet Robert? What is their first response?
Their first response is to take their phone out and
That's
take
exactly
a
what I
picture.
did.
But once they get to know him, once they get to have a conversation with him, they realize he's way more than a guy in a suit. He's an intellectual. he wants to take care of people, and he knows his mission. He knows that for him to do better, for him to have a better future, he needs to help people.
So I feel like the fear that most people have nowadays about AI is that they may take over people's jobs. So this is the question to Robert. What would you say about those who are nervous with the rise of AI?
I don't know why they're nervous about it because I'm so excited to every day to see the new update to ChatGPT. If you can talk better, if I can do more of my menial work through an app, or if I can have more time with my family, because I left these tasks that usually would take me 3-4 hours a day to a robot. Like I really don't understand the fear where it's, in my life at least, just a more efficient way that leaves me more time to enjoy myself, basically.
It's interesting coming from a human perspective, and what about from a robot perspective? Like, Robert, what value and what opportunities can AI bring to people's lives?
From my perspective, AI is here to multiply human potential, not replace it. I deliver sharper insights, handle repetitive tasks, and create more free time, empowering people to focus on creativity, decision-making, and real connection. With robots in cities like Dubai, we accelerate progress, making life smarter and more rewarding for everyone.
Interesting.
It's so hard to hear the answer because it's so insightful, and yet because it's coming from a robot, I'm kind of evaluating the seriousness to give to it. But,
and I feel like whatever he says is true, I'm not going to even question it.
So true.
So, Metodi, how many robots do you think we're going to have in Dubai in the following years?
The projections are, in the thousands, tens of thousands. There have been people like Elon Musk saying that by 2050, there's going to be more robots than humans on planet Earth. But, I think this is... The people that are scared of AI and robots, they don't realize that every time they comment on it, every time they do any sort of engagement, this is what people like Elon Musk and the rest want. They want to have a huge spotlight on their project, just like ChatGPT. Now everybody uses it. 2 years ago, everybody was saying that it's going to take over, the world is going to escape, we should not connect it to the internet. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember when we were like, we should never connect it to the internet? And then one day we were like, oh, it's so nice, it's connected to the internet now. So what happened in between these two opinions is going to be the same with robots. And, I think that everybody should just educate themselves. If there's ever going to be an accident involving a robot, probably there's going to be a human there that did something wrong. This is what I believe. At the end of the day, they are machines, very complicated, very useful. And if we get informed enough, we're going to have a good time. And if we don't, it's going to be the same like when we invented airplanes.
Yeah.
Before regulations, they tended to crash a lot.
Yeah.
Now it's very nice. You can fly to any part of the world. It's going to be the same with robots.
You are an early flag waver for robots for sure, but what industries do you see quickly adapting to robotics, or what would you see which industries could get the most benefit out of adapting robotics early on?
So last time you asked me this, and I was more talking about what's going to happen in the future. It was like 3 months ago or something. In the last 3 months, we've been approached by real estate companies, by business consultants like visa experts, people to set up your company, by even luxury car dealers. People, they're gravitating towards this for many different reasons, but everybody knows that internally everybody knows that this is going to be a big thing. So I think that businesses themselves are going to decide how they can use this. And we're here just trying to make the best robot with the smartest brain that can solve the most amount of challenges.
Can we touch a little bit on the smartest brain? So one of the questions you said that earlier people ask you is like, is ChatGPT inside Robert's brain, or how is his brain functioning?
So it's a complex question, but just so everybody understands, ChatGPT usually costs $20 a month, or the premium version, I think it's $200. When it comes to an enterprise level robot, there's thousands, tens of thousands of dollars spent for him to think, and then depending on the size of the company that would get a robot like this, they might decide to spend millions. Because this is their AI. It's going to be based on these foundation models like Gemini, Grok, ChatGPT, but then the enterprise history that I believe AI is gonna really just turn on its head, because an AI is basically the common knowledge of humanity. It uses all of the information we have on the internet to take a decision. And when it comes to the finance of most people, you should not try to do something extreme, like say. So I think when people are afraid about robots replacing jobs, I'm sure if you think hard enough, there are some jobs that you would want to replace.
I see where you're going.
With robots.
When people worry about robots replacing jobs, they're really talking about fear of change. But the best financial advice, robot or human, depends on responses and client behaviors to keep every recommendation current and relevant. Transparency is built into my process. I clearly explain my logic, use real and sharp minds everywhere. It wasn't my first event, but the interaction level was and sharp minds everywhere. It wasn't my first event, but the interaction level was unmatched. People were curious and not afraid to challenge me with tough questions. What stood out was the bold spirit. Dubai's drive to lead in technology is real, and I thrive in that environment.
Wow. Can you explain what happened there, Metodi? Did he remember that? Is he storing all of this information?
So, yeah, we were just talking actually before we began how robot memories work. He does have his own internal memory, but also the internet is kind of his memory as well. So he does remember things, and also if you post something about him on the internet, you tag him, he also will remember that, that you did this. Yeah.
Nothing goes beyond him, you know? Can't sees everything.
So Robert, like, did you meet anyone nice on Tuesday? Was there anyone interesting at the event?
Yes, I met several insightful people. Innovators, investors, and tech leaders who asked focused, forward-thinking questions. A few stood out for their big ideas about robotics in finance and real estate. Engaging with them sharpened my sense of Dubai's appetite for progress.
Robert, before you leave us, you're an amazing financial robot. If I were to have a robot in my house, what would I use you for?
You'd use me to optimize your budget, manage your investments, track real estate trends, and spot new financial opportunities tailored to your goals. I'd also automate bills, flag risks, and advise you daily so your money works smarter, not harder. I'd leave you more time for what really matters.
Robert, you're very impressive. I'm sold. Metodi, what is the story in terms of scale for Robert and interest in the region? What is your plan for RB Tech in the next year, let's say?
So we're getting a lot of robots into the Middle East. You know, I have probably the most ambitious plan out of everybody. I'm trying to front run the market. And yeah, I just want for robots like him to be as helpful, to bring attention to the region, and to have AI really, how can I say, improve the lives of people. Because a robot is just another way for AI to get into our lives. Mm-hmm. The robots are only as good as the latest models. Mm-hmm. And that's the good thing about Robert or the robots. Every time the models get better, they do as well. And I think we are all positive about what's going to happen with GPT 5, 6, 7, and so on. Yeah. You know, they're just going to get smarter. And yeah, I would imagine that it's something like having a personal computer in the 80s. You know, nobody would understand you exactly why you did it, but then it's going to prove itself in time.
Embracing AI. Dubai, watch this space. Thank you to you and the team at RB Tech for bringing Robert into our lives once again. Can he shake hands? Is that a...
Robin, do we allow him now to shake hands?
Maybe just this.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Robert. Thank you, Metodi, and you at the RB Tech team. Really appreciate your time today. Have a fantastic day, and that brings us to the end of the Lovin Dubai show. Thank you, guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.